99% of men don't do this, yet women love it. Sounds extreme? Maybe, but think about it. How many times have you seen a man who seems to have everything? Good looks, money, confidence, and still he struggles to form deep, lasting connections with women. Why? Because attraction isn't about the obvious things. It's not your car, it's not your bank account, and it's definitely not cheesy pickup lines. The truth is, most men completely overlook small but powerful gestures that women secretly crave. These aren't the same recycled dating tips you've heard 1,000 times. These are subtle psychological triggers rooted in modern science and ancient wisdom that make you unforgettable without even trying. Imagine this. What if you could tap into the subconscious desires most women don't even realize they have? What if you could stand out from 99% of men, not by chasing or proving yourself, but by understanding what makes a woman feel seen, desired, and emotionally safe? Here's the harsh truth. Without these secrets, you're at a massive disadvantage. You could be doing everything right, good conversations, fun dates, thoughtful texts, and still miss the hidden elements that actually lock attraction in place. That's why you need to stick with me until the end of this video, because the final secret I'll reveal is the most powerful of all, and once you understand it, you'll never look at attraction the same way again. Before we dive in, do me a quick favor. If you're serious about mastering these techniques, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of the insights I share here on Dark Psychology. Now let's get started. Secret number 1, the power of touch before intimacy. Picture this. You're on a date. The conversation flows. She laughs. Everything seems great. But something feels off. She's engaged, but not fully connected. You drop her off, send a follow-up text, and then silence. Here's the mistake most men make. They rely only on words. They think smooth conversation and witty jokes are enough. But for women, connection is never just verbal. It's emotional and physical. And one of the most underrated ways to create that bond. A gentle, intentional massage before intimacy. Not pushy, not aggressive. A simple gesture that communicates, I see you, I care about you, I want you to feel safe. This isn't about technique, it's about presence, about slowing down, making her feel relaxed, understood, and desired. The intention is what matters. If you're distracted, she'll feel it. If you're present, she'll melt. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one, don't overthink it. Don't make it weird. Just be present." Let your actions, not your words, communicate strength, care, and calm leadership. Most men will never understand this. That's why they stay stuck in the 99%, struggling with emotional intimacy. But the men who do, they create connections women never forget. Because in a world full of surface-level guys, rare is always attractive. And when you master this, you step into the 1%. Men who truly understand what women want know it's not about grand gestures, it's about the subtleties. Secret number 2, flirt with confidence, without chasing. Most guys get this wrong. They either overdo it, coming off pushy and desperate, or they hold back, too afraid of making a mistake. The truth? Women love flirting, but only when it's done with confidence, subtlety, and respect. A man who flirts effortlessly stands out. Why? Because he creates excitement without pressure. Flirting isn't about cheesy jokes or over-the-top compliments. It's about keeping things playful, light, and engaging. Think of it like a dance. You lead, she follows, but neither of you should feel forced. For example, if she says she loves a certain food, You smirk and say, "Really? That's the best you've got? Clearly, you've never tried my cooking." It's playful, it's teasing, and it sparks curiosity. The golden rule? Don't flirt for approval. The second you try to impress, you lose your edge. Women are drawn to men who are comfortable in their own skin, who can joke around without craving validation. This is where Stoic philosophy matters. A high-value man doesn't flirt to win her over. He flirts because he enjoys the interaction. He stays grounded, never desperate for her reaction. And beyond words, your body language is the secret weapon. Hold eye contact a second longer than normal. Flash a calm half smile. Use silence. It's magnetic. Keep your shoulders open, posture steady. Attraction isn't built from words alone. It's built from presence, energy, and calm confidence. When you flirt with the right mindset, she feels it instantly. So here's a challenge. What's one playful tease you could use on your next date? Drop it in the comments. I'll heart the best ones. Don't rush the tease. Don't stack compliments. Keep it playful, not performative. End on a smirk, not a sales pitch. Ask yourself, are you flirting to impress or because you genuinely enjoy the moment? Master this and attraction will shift in your favour. Quietly, powerfully. Secret number 3, the hair touch timing technique. Most men overlook this, but women love when a man knows how and when to touch their hair. Done right, it creates an instant emotional spark. Done wrong, it feels awkward or intrusive. Timing is everything. Here's why it works. The scalp is loaded with nerve endings that trigger powerful emotional responses. A gentle, intentional touch sends a signal of intimacy, focus, and presence. It's not about the physical act. It's about the unspoken message. I see you. I'm here with you. I'm attuned to you. Where men mess this up is rushing it or doing it mechanically without connection. Touching her hair isn't about fidgeting. It's about creating a moment. Picture this. You're in conversation. She's smiling. The energy is warm. The timing feels right. That's when a light, confident touch on her hair transforms the atmosphere. In the right moment, you gently brush a strand of hair away from her face. Done with intention and confidence, that single gesture speaks louder than words ever could. But timing is everything. Don't do it too early, before trust or chemistry exists. Don't do it as an icebreaker. Don't do it to force closeness. Wait until she's leaning in, holding eye contact a little longer, mirroring your posture, laughing easily. That's your green light. From a Stoic perspective, this is all about emotional intelligence and restraint. Stoicism teaches us to read situations without being ruled by impulse. You don't reach because you want to. You reach because the moment asks for it. Have you ever felt the timing was right but still hesitated? Drop a comment. What stopped you? That hesitation ends today. Here's the sequence. First, eye contact. If she holds it calmly, that's a good sign. Second, proximity. If she's naturally close, the moment is safer to create. Then, act. Make it brief, slow, gentle, and withdraw. Let her lean back in if she wants more. Return to the conversation naturally. Don't look at your hand like it's magic. Presence is the signal. When done with confidence and intention, this simple gesture lingers in her memory. Not because it was dramatic, but because it was deeply human. And that brings us to secret number 4. The hand on her back in public. A tiny move that communicates confidence, leadership, and protection without saying a word. Most men either overdo it or miss it entirely. But when done right, it feels natural, not possessive. Here's the truth. Attraction doesn't require grand gestures or expensive gifts. What women actually respond to are subtle, instinctual signals that show a man is grounded, present, and capable of leading. Picture this. You're walking side by side toward a restaurant. You step ahead to open the door. As you do, your hand briefly rests on her lower back, just long enough to guide her forward, without breaking stride. Smooth, effortless, confident. The key distinction: this isn't dominance, it isn't ownership, it's quiet presence. Where most men fail is in hesitation, which makes it awkward, or in holding too long, which makes it forced. The power lies in subtlety. Marcus Aurelius said it best. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. A Stoic man doesn't over-explain, doesn't seek approval. He simply embodies calm leadership through action. A small touch becomes magnetic when it's not trying to get something. It simply reveals who you already are. Fellas, have you noticed how the smallest gestures get bigger reactions than the grand ones? Drop a comment if you agree. Master this, and you'll separate yourself from men who are either too timid or too overbearing. This is quiet leadership, and women feel it instantly. Secret number 5, protector energy. Let's strip away the noise. Every man, deep down, feels the urge to protect, to lead, to be the anchor when life feels overwhelming. Not because she's weak, not because you want control, but because it's hardwired into the masculine core. To shield, not smother. To stand, not chase. And here's the truth. Women crave that. Not a bodyguard, not a dictator, but a man whose very presence says, "You're safe with me." Here's where most men get it wrong. They think being her hero means fixing her problems, solving everything, telling her what to do. But that's not it. What she really wants is a man who can hold steady in her storm. A man who doesn't flinch at her emotions, who doesn't minimize or run from her chaos, but grounds himself in it. That's protector energy. Not words, not muscle, not money, emotional stability. Practical example. When she's upset, don't rush to fix. Don't try to shut it down. Let her unravel. Listen. Hold space. Stay calm. Because when she realizes you don't break under pressure, she softens. She lets her guard down. She steps deeper into her femininity because she knows you've got her. And here's the paradox. She doesn't need you to fix her. She needs to know she never has to fix you. Stoic tie-in. Seneca once wrote, "No man was ever wise by chance." Wisdom comes through discipline, through calm in the face of storms. That's what she feels when you embody protector energy. Not because you said the right thing, but because your frame never cracked. But don't confuse protection with passivity. Protecting her also means protecting yourself. If you can't defend your own peace, you can't defend hers. Quick challenge. Drop this in the comments. I protect with presence. Because sometimes your calm silence is more powerful than any speech. The truth is this. The man who embodies protector energy doesn't need to prove himself. She feels it in his steadiness. She trusts him. She respects him. And eventually, she chooses him. Which brings us to secret number 6, the beard effect. Now, this one's fascinating because it goes deeper than style. It taps into something primal. At first glance, a beard seems like just facial hair. But when worn with the right energy, it sparks something instinctual, ancestral, almost subconscious. Not every woman prefers it. Some like clean-shaven, others light scruff, others full and rugged. But here's the point. A beard changes perception. Why? Because a well-kept beard sends silent signals. Maturity. He's past the boy phase. Strength. Grounded. Confident. Self-assured. Discipline. A man who pays attention to detail and takes care of himself. It's not just appearance, it's symbolism. The beard represents dominance and depth, not the loud, try-hard kind, the quiet, unshakable kind. Think about it. When a woman runs her fingers across your jawline, through your beard, it's not just texture she feels, it's contrast, her softness against your ruggedness, her delicacy brushing against your edge. That polarity, the masculine and the feminine, fuels attraction. But here's the truth. A beard only works if the man behind it carries strong energy. If you're insecure, chasing, or without boundaries, no beard will save you. It should reflect your presence, not cover your lack of it. Practical tip. If you choose a beard, keep it intentional. Groom it. Own it. Make it an extension of your discipline. Because an unkept beard doesn't say power, it says carelessness. Even the Stoics understood this. Epictetus said, "Know first who you are, and then adorn yourself accordingly." In other words, don't grow a beard to mask weakness. Grow it because it reflects the strength you already embody. So tell me, beard or clean-shaven? Which do you think radiates more confidence? Drop your vote in the comments. When done with purpose, a beard isn't just facial hair. It's a signal, a reminder to her she's with a man who doesn't need to prove himself. He already is. Secret number 7, shared laughter, her bonding chemical. When was the last time you made a woman really laugh? Not the polite, "you're funny" text, not the forced chuckle, but unguarded, head thrown back laughter. Here's what most men don't know. Laughter isn't just fun, it's intimate. It bypasses her defenses. It builds subconscious attraction. Because when she laughs with you, her body releases oxytocin, the bonding chemical she also feels during intimacy, touch, and trust. That means laughter literally rewires how safe and connected she feels around you. Picture this. You notice something subtle, something quirky no one else caught. You deliver a dry, perfectly timed line. She tries to hold it in, but fails. Now you're both laughing. That shared moment is where attraction deepens. Most men miss it because they're too focused on being impressive, too serious, too rigid. Yes, mystery and strength matter. But if all she feels is seriousness, she'll admire you. She won't crave you. Laughter is the balance. It's the spark that makes things light, human, real. It shows you're confident enough to relax, to play, to enjoy the moment. So ask yourself, are you the serious one in your group or the one with the perfectly timed joke? Comment below. I want to know. And remember, never force it. Forced humour feels insecure. Instead, tease lightly. Let her tease back. It's a dance. A touch of self-deprecating humour shows humility without weakness. And timing? Sometimes the pause before the line hits harder than the line itself. Here's the secret no one tells you. She won't remember the exact joke. She'll remember how she felt in that moment. And that memory makes her want to stay close, not just in the exciting times, but in the quiet ones too. When life feels heavy, remember this. Marcus Aurelius once said, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it." Translation: power lies in perspective, the ability to reframe, to lighten heavy moments. And laughter is the fastest way to do it. So don't just be the strong, silent man. Be the man who can lead with lightness. Because in a world that weighs people down, the one who makes her laugh becomes unforgettable. And speaking of unforgettable, secret number 8, the dream that pulls her in. Let's move past chemistry, past touch, teasing, or shared jokes. Let's talk about something women crave but rarely say out loud, being with a man who has a dream. Not just a paycheck, not just a short-term goal, a vision, a fire that pulls him forward. Because here's the truth, nothing draws a woman in deeper than a man unapologetically chasing something bigger than himself. It's not about money, not about fame, not even about the dream itself. It's about what that dream says about you. It says you're alive. You're not stagnant. You wake up with purpose. That energy, it's contagious. Think about it. A man without a dream can be nice, fun, even charming, but eventually forgettable. A man with vision, he's magnetic, because being with him means motion, growth, and a journey forward, not life stuck in neutral. Here's the twist. When you put your mission above her, she doesn't feel neglected. She feels safe. She knows she's with a man who won't collapse under her moods or lose himself in her approval. That's why women quietly test this. Deep down, the question is, can I follow this man? Not physically, but emotionally, spiritually. Practical example. Maybe you're building a business, training for something extreme, or simply pushing yourself to grow every day. When you talk about it, when your eyes light up, she feels it. She respects it, even if she doesn't fully understand it. From the Stoic lens, again, Marcus Aurelius said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." That's dream energy. It's not easy, not convenient, but you keep moving anyway, and she sees it. So let me ask you, what's one dream you're chasing right now? Big or small? Drop it in the comments. I want to see what drives this community. Don't chase her, chase your vision. Because when you chase purpose, attraction isn't forced, it happens through gravity. Secret number 9, listening that makes her stay. Let's get brutally honest. Most men don't actually listen. They hear, they nod, they wait for their turn to talk. But true listening, that's rare. And if you want more than surface level attraction, if you want deep connection, this secret flips the game. Not passive, yeah, while scrolling your phone. Not quick fixes. I mean, listening that makes her feel seen. Because when a woman feels truly heard, her guard drops, her walls soften. That's intimacy. That's trust. That's what makes you unforgettable. Picture this. She's telling you about her day. Most guys jump in with solutions. Do this, try that. But you pause. You lean in. You catch the shift in her tone when she mentions her boss, her friend, her dream. And instead of solving, you listen. That's the difference between a man she forgets and a man she stays for. You remember that one detail she shared weeks ago, and later you bring it up at the perfect moment. That alone blows her mind more than any expensive dinner ever could. Why does it matter? Because women don't always speak to get solutions. They speak to connect, to release, to feel understood. And when you rush her or minimize her feelings, you kill that bond instantly. But when you hold space, when you let her circle her thoughts without interruption, you become magnetic. Because in that moment, she's not just talking to a man, she's experiencing relief. Here's what most men never hear. When a woman feels emotionally heard, her body responds physically. The more she trusts you with her words, the more she relaxes into your presence. That's quiet dominance. From a Stoic lens, Epictetus put it perfectly. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. Listening is power. It requires surrender of the ego. You stop needing to be right. You stop rushing to win. You choose presence over performance. Practical guide to high-value listening. Pause before you respond. Ask about the why, not just the what. Reflect her words back, not to mimic, but to prove you caught them. Let her finish, even if you're itching to jump in. Watch her body language as closely as her words. Drop this in the comments if you agree. I hear her. Because listening to connect is more powerful than speaking to impress. Here's the secret. The less you say, the more she feels. Your silence, when paired with presence, becomes louder than words. And now, secret number 10. The power of spontaneity. This is the spark most men lose over time. Not because they don't care, not because they're lazy, but because life gets structured, predictable, safe. Here's the danger. Predictability kills polarity. What reignites her interest? What pulls her back when she starts to drift? It's not control. It's not routine. It's not perfection. It's spontaneity, not chaos, not immaturity, but the ability to surprise her, to break the script, to keep the spark alive, to act without hesitation, to shift the entire mood with just your presence, to look her in the eye and say, let's get out of here, and mean it. Because women live in rhythm. The emotions, the changes, the waves, yes, they crave your stability, but just as much, they crave your unpredictability. Think about it. Take her on a midnight walk when she thought the night was over. Order the dish neither of you can pronounce. Drop a story she's never heard right when the air feels heavy. Kiss her like it's the very first time. No warning, no build-up, just pure intent. These unscripted moments, they become memories, the kind she replays long after you're gone. But here's the twist. Spontaneity isn't only about her. It's about you, about staying sharp, alive, untamed, about refusing to let life turn you into a checklist machine. When you act on instinct, your energy shifts. You stop existing and start experiencing. That's when she feels you. That's when she sees you as the man who lives. Quick poll. What's the most spontaneous thing you've ever done on a date? Drop it in the comments. I might read the best ones in the next video. From a Stoic perspective, spontaneity is freedom. Marcus Aurelius said, "The art of living is more like wrestling than dancing. Life throws its weight at you, but when you pivot, adapt, and keep moving with purpose, that's power." Spontaneity is that pivot, that spark, the mystery that keeps her awake at night. So don't kill your own fire with endless routine. Blend structure with surprise. Be her anchor and her spark. Do both, and you'll be unforgettable. And here it is, brother, 10 subtle but powerful truths most men never hear, but every woman silently responds to. Not tricks, not hacks, but deeper signals. Awareness, presence, leadership. Touch her with intention before intimacy. Flirt with confidence and respect. Brush her hair away at the right moment. Guide her with calm strength in public. Protect without smothering. Carry yourself with grounded energy. Share laughter that bonds. Chase dreams bigger than the relationship. Listen deeply enough for her to feel seen. And above all, sprinkle in raw, unfiltered spontaneity. That's when you stop playing the game. Stop chasing. Stop proving. You become the standard. Not just the man who gets attention, but the man who earns respect, who keeps her heart, because he never needed to prove anything. He just was. If this video hit you, not just as information, but as recognition, you know what to do. Like the video. Subscribe to Dark Psychology. Turn on notifications so you never miss what's next. This isn't for men chasing surface-level dopamine. This is for men who want depth. Men who stop blending in and start standing out. Thanks for watching. My name's Amelia. And as always, I'll see you in tomorrow's video.